YouTube channel. Today we are working on a programming challenge in the book Starting Out with Java. It is in chapter 7, problem 9. And this programming challenge is quite simple. All we have to do is to modify the last programming challenge that we worked on. It was called Gradebook. So basically, this programming challenge, what we would do is to drop the lowest score for each student and then calculate their average score and show their letter grade. So let's start going to the gradebook class that we worked on last time. So we'll create a method called we'll call drop the lowest score, and it will say decimal format, new decimal format, number, period, and two zeros. I just want to get 2 decimal points after the period to make it look nicer for the average scores when I'm printing it the screen. Then we will say for int I 0, I less than 5, I is incremented by 1. Then we will say student number I plus 1. Then we will say name dot get I. After that we will say a space. Then we have to create a total variable to hold the total of the scores. Say double total 0. Then we have to store the lowest score for each student. Say lowest equal arrays stream. Then this takes an array. So we'll say score of I, scores of I. Then we'll say dot min dot get double. So this statement would give us the lowest score for each student. That's what we want. Then we'll say for int j 0, j less than 4, j is incremented by 1. Then we have to check if the scores include the lowest score. So we say if lowest is not equal to scores of I of j, basically we want to exclude or drop the lowest score for each student. Then calculate their average. Total scores of I of j. Then we will print score of I of j. Then else we will show the score that was dropped. It will show score scores of I of j, and then it will say dropped. Then it will mark the lowest score that was dropped. After, so we have to exit the inner loop and go outside it. It will say double average, and you have to calculate the average for each student. And the last programming challenge, we calculated the average by dividing 4 the scores of each student. We divided 4 to get the average. Now, since we dropped the lowest score, we are dividing by 3 the scores by 3, since there is less one less score to calculate. You will say total divided by 3. Then we will say tab, say average df dot format average plus, you'll say letter grade get letter grade, and you have to give the average that we calculated here. Then after that we will give a new line. So I think we finish for this method. So we have to go to 7 or 9 to create a main class here, since we are working on problem 9. We will say grade book modification. So we will say, instead of using a scanner class to get the user input all the scores, we will just create a 2D array, and we will just create an array list that would contain all 5 students' names. That would be easier to save time. But if you want to, you can create a scanner class and ask the user to enter each student and their scores for each test. So it's up to you. You'll say array list string, you will say names, and we will say names add, you will say Mike, and we will just copy this. Max, James, Gavron, and we have to create a 2D array to simulate scores. So the first student would have his first score would be, let's say 33, then 88, then 100, then 99. The second student would have 88, 77, 88, then 55, then 99. So in these two students, the score that should be dropped would be 33 for the first student, and the score that should be dropped for second student would be 55. So the third student would have 99, 99, then 77, and 100. Fourth student, we would say 88, 88, 77, and 60. And last student has 30, has 55, 99, and 100. So I think we did all the five students and their scores. After that, we have to instantiate the grade book class. We'll say grade book, new, grade book, and we'll say names, and then we say scores. After that, we have to call the method that we created earlier. We'll say drop the lowest score. So let's see how it looks. As you can see here, the first student, their name is Mike. Their scores are 33, 88, 100, and 99. Their average score is 95. And as you can see, their lowest score is dropped, which is 33. So the average is gotten because we add 100 plus 99 plus 88. If you add these three scores and divide by 3, you would get 95.67. The second student is called Sarah. She has 77, 88, and 55, and 99. Her lowest score is 55, and it's dropped, and she got 88. She got B. The third student is called Max. He got 99, 99, 77, and 100. His lowest score is 77, and it's dropped. He got 99.33, and his letter grade is A. The fourth student is called James. His scores are 88, 88, 77, and 60, and his average is 84.33, and his letter grade is B. 60 is dropped. The last student is called Gufran, and his scores are 30, 55, 99, and 100. His average is 84.67, and his letter grade is B. His first score is dropped, 30. So I think we finished what it is required. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.